Welcome back to another video. My name is Mr. Seth, and we're learning how to play the ukulele together. This is the second video in our video series of how to play the ukulele. I'm so excited because we're going to get to talk about how to tune today. When you open up a new ukulele, like this one, this is a brand new ukulele, and I'm going to show you guys how to tune your ukulele. Now, what that means is that there are special sounds that each of these strings needs to make in order for me to make good music when I strum on these chords. Now, if I go like this, right now, this is not a tuned ukulele. This is brand new. I just opened it up, and these chords that normally sound good won't sound good on a ukulele that hasn't been tuned. So every single time you play your ukulele, how often? Okay, it's every single time you play, you have to tune the ukulele. And we really need to make sure that each of these strings is making the right sound when I'm not touching it, so that then when I press down on the frets, it still makes the right sound. Does that make sense? Okay, so I'm going to show you a couple different tuners and a couple different ways to tune. But first, let me explain what I mean by how to tune the ukulele, okay? Now, on every single one of these tuners, it might look different. I have 5 or 6 different tuners that I'm going to show you right here, but every single one of these is kind of the same. There's going to be a note, okay, or a letter, okay, and that means a special sound. Every sound has a letter that goes along with it. Okay, those are called notes. So when you hear me say the word note, I just mean sound. Okay, it's a special sound. So this C note is a special sound. And let's say that we're trying to get one of the strings to make this sound. Okay, we want it to make a C sound. On our tuners, it's going to show a C. And then it's going to have these 2 symbols, okay? One of them looks like this, and the other one looks like this, okay? This is called a sharp sign. Can everybody say sharp sign? Okay? This is called a flat sign. Now what that means, all that it means, is that sharp means too high. It just means higher than, okay? Sharp means too high. And flat, okay, or on this side, means too low. So if I play the string, okay, if I take one of the strings and I play it just like this, it's going to show up with a note, and then it will have a line, okay, that's either on the flat side, which means what? Too low. Or it's on the sharp side, which means what? Too high. And when I turn these tuners, listen. If I take the tuner, see how when I turn that, is it going up or down? Listen. That's going up, and that's going down, okay? So if I play the string, if I play the string, okay, and the line appears right here, it says you are not at C, you're not making the C sound, instead you're lower than the C sound. But I want it to be on the C note or the C sound, okay? So what I need to do is I need to turn my tuner on this string up so that the sound gets closer, and then I'll hit it again, and I'll turn it up, and it'll go here, and then it'll be right on C, and the whole thing will change colors. Okay, the whole tuner, little screen on these tuners, will change colors, or it will make a dinging sound or something. It'll tell me that it's the right note. Okay, that's what tuning your ukulele means. Is that all of the sounds, all of the strings are making the right sounds. Okay, they're hitting at the right note. That's what that means. Okay. Now, remember, flat or on this side means it's too low, and then sharp, or whenever you see this symbol, means it's too high. Okay, so same thing. If I play the string and it shows up over here, what is that? It's too high, so I have to move it down. I have to make the sound lower in order to get to the C note. Okay? So we're going to learn to do this on a brand new ukulele. Now, when you first open up a ukulele, it's going to be very out of tune. And it's your job to get all 4 of these strings to make the right sound. Now, you can do that with a tuner that looks like this, or like this, or like this, or like this one. Okay? They all do the same thing. A lot of them, maybe sometimes they don't have the battery in them yet. I'm going to show you this. Okay? If you take this tuner and you open it up, a lot of the tuners have this circle battery. Okay? You might have to put that in there in order for the tuner to turn on. And some of them are totally different. This one, let's see. This one doesn't twist, so maybe sometimes you might have to unscrew it. On this one, it's really easy. Let me show you. This is the tuner that we're going to use right now. There's a back on this tuner. And all you have to do is take your thumb and move it up. And then this battery falls right out. So when you first open it up, the battery might be in a baggie. Sometimes the batteries of the tuners are even clamped in here when you first open it up. But then right when you do it, the tuner turns on. You see that? So I'm going to put this back onto the tuner. And then I'm going to take this clip and I'm going to put this on the top of my ukulele. And what this is going to do, this amazing tuner, is going to tell me what note I'm playing or what sound I'm making. And all we need to do is, for each of these strings, turn the tuners until we're making the right sound. But you might go, Mr. Seth, what is the right sound? So these 4 strings, this is how we're going to remember. Are you ready? I need you to say it with me. Goats can eat anything. Okay? Say it again. Ready? Goats can eat anything. If you use your fingers, it will help. Okay? You hold up your fingers like this. So you go, goats can eat anything. Again, goats can eat anything. Okay? What that means is the first letter of each of those words is what string we're going to be on. So this is goats can eat anything. Or G, C, E, and A. G, C, E, A. So the first string, when you hold up your ukulele like this, the first string is a G, or goats. Then C, or can. Eat, E, anything, A. G, C, E, A. Those are those 4 strings. But right now, let's see, on this tuner, if I play this, right now it's saying an F, okay? So we don't want that note. That's not the right note. Instead, we need to move it to play the right note, okay? Now, if you look on your tuners, when I press this button right in the middle, okay, you see that little letter right there? It says C right now. If I press it again, it says a G, then a B, then a V, and then one more time, now it says a U, okay, or like ukulele. So that's what we want it to be on, that little letter. On different tuners, it might look a little bit different, okay, but as you press this, that bottom letter is going to change to be a whole bunch of different instruments. So this tuner, in the beginning, it's chromatic. Can you say that word? It's a big word. Chromatic. It just means that it tunes to any note, okay? And then if I press it again, it's a G for guitar. And then I go B for bass. And then V for violin. And then U for ukulele. Now, so we want it to be a U, and that means it will only show us the notes that are supposed to be on this ukulele, which are G, C, E, A, or goats can eat anything, okay? So I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna start to play this. Now see how it says E, okay? When you first open up your ukulele, when you get a brand new ukulele, all of the strings are gonna be really, really, really loose, okay? So we need to tighten them. We always are gonna turn to tighten the string or to move it up, okay? So when we first get this, I wanna turn this and turn it and turn it and turn it and turn it until I get to a G note. Remember, goats can eat anything, okay? So I turn this up till I get to a G. Now, did you see how the whole screen just turned green when I got to a G? I got to the middle of a G, okay? If I go back down, you see how now it's too low, and so I'm gonna turn this tuner. See how I keep playing the string when I turn this too? I keep playing this until it gets to the middle. Now if it's too high, I need to come down. So I move it down until I get to a G, okay? But what can sometimes happen when you first get your ukulele is that it says that you're on the right note. It says G and it turns green, but the string is still really, really, really loose. If that happens, you need to just turn it up to keep going up and up and up and up and up until you get back to G. So it'll go through G and then it'll go all the way. You turn it, you keep going up and up and up. Watch this, like this. See how it says G right now? If I keep moving up and up and up and up and up, then it gets to A, okay? But I don't want A, I need to keep going up and up and up and up and up and up. And then now I'm at C. Remember, goats can eat anything. So now that I'm at C, I'm gonna keep turning, going up and up and up and up until now I get to C. And that string, you see how it's tight now? It's not really, really loose. It's a lot tighter. So we wanna make sure that these strings are tight, but that they're tuned to the right string too. They're tuned to the right note. Okay, so goats can, those two are tuned now. And then eat, so that needs to be an E, but it says C right now. So we need to turn it up and up and up and up and up. And now it's an E, but it's too low. So we need to keep going up and up and up and up. Oh, I went too far. So now I need to come back. Now it's an E and it's in tune. The whole thing is green. Okay? So goats can eat, and then the last one is A. Just keep going up and up. Woo! There we go. Okay? When you first open up your ukulele, if you first just opened it and you're just learning to tune, here's the secret, okay? I want you to, once you've tuned up one time, I want you to take your palm of your hand and press down on these strings, okay? Just like this. You might pull up a little bit too. You just want to stretch them out because they're not used to being stretched in the beginning. So we want to stretch them out so that when we put them into the right note, they feel comfortable there and they don't go out of tune really fast. When you first open up your ukulele, your strings are going to get out of tune more often. It's gonna happen fast. They'll get out of tune, and then you have to tune them back up, and then they get out of tune. And then you tune them back up, and then they get out of tune. And then one day they stop getting out of tune, okay? And you just have to turn them just a little bit. It's not these big turns. Instead, it's just a little bit. So now that I pushed down, you see this G? It's almost there, but I need to move it back up to be a G note now, or to be a C note now on the next string. Okay, and then once I got that, it's green. I go to the next one. E. Goats can eat anything. Remember that. We move it up. Now it's green. And the last one. Okay, so this is a brand new ukulele that's now in tune. So in the next video, when we learn to play chords, I'm going to show you. Now, once you've tuned, you can hold this button and turn the tuner off. You see how that's off now? If I hold it, it turns back on. And I want to make sure that that little letter at the bottom says U. If it doesn't say U, then it's not going to tune to the ukulele. It's going to tune to another instrument. So once I'm done tuning, though, I hold that button and turn it off, and then I can just fold it down. And it just stays on my ukulele, just like this. Okay, my tuner is always on my ukulele, right up at the neck, okay, or right on the head. Once this ukulele is in tune, when I learn to play chords, the chords will sound good if my ukulele is in tune, and if all of the strings are making the right sounds. If it's not in tune, okay, watch. So this is a C, A minor, F, G. We're going to learn these chords, okay? It sounds really good. But as soon as I go like this and turn these strings up, that same thing that sounded good now doesn't sound good at all, right? It's so important that you tune your ukulele every single time so that it sounds good and it doesn't sound bad even though you're playing the right thing. Okay, so every single time you pick up your ukulele, when you come into class and you play your ukulele, all you do is you turn this on, okay? You hit each one of the strings and you get them to be G, C, E, and A. And now, it sounds good again. So make sure every time you play this that you tune it. Okay? I'll see you guys at the next one.